Silence is often misunderstood. Many see it as emptiness, a void to be filled with words, noise, or distraction. But in truth, silence can be a powerful source of strength, clarity, and self-discovery. It is within the quiet moments that we often come face to face with our truest selves and find the voice that is uniquely our own. Imagine a world where every conversation is a competition, every silence is awkward, and every pause is seen as a sign of weakness. In such a place, it's easy to lose yourself amid the noise. But there was once a young woman named Mira who felt most at home in the stillness. From childhood, she was quieter than those around her, preferring to listen rather than to speak. People often mistook her silence for shyness or even indifference. They urged her to be louder, to stand out, to claim her space with words. At first, Mira tried to fit in. She forced herself to speak up, to fill the gaps in conversation, to adopt the rhythm of those who seemed so much more comfortable in the spotlight. But the more she tried, the more she felt disconnected from herself. Her words felt hollow, her laughter forced, her presence diminished. The constant noise began to drown out her inner voice, leaving her feeling lost. One afternoon, overwhelmed and exhausted, Mira found herself wandering into a quiet park away from the city's bustle. She sat on a bench beneath a canopy of trees, closed her eyes, and simply listened to the wind rustling through the leaves, the distant chirping of birds, the soft hum of life all around her. In that moment, she felt an unfamiliar sense of peace. The quietness wasn't empty, it was full of thoughts, feelings, and gentle truths she had ignored for too long. In the days that followed, Mira began to embrace silence. She stopped forcing herself to speak when she had nothing to say. Instead, she listened more deeply, not just to others, but to herself. She discovered that her silence was not a void, but a vessel. It allowed her to observe, to understand, and to process the world in her own way. In her quiet moments, she found clarity and purpose. People began to notice a change. She wasn't louder, but when she did speak, her words carried weight. They came from a place of reflection and authenticity. Friends sought her advice, valuing her thoughtful perspective. In meetings, her contributions were measured but impactful. Mira realized that her silence had become her strength. It gave her the space to think before she spoke, to connect with her intuition, and to offer insights that others missed in the rush to be heard. Finding your voice doesn't always mean speaking louder. Sometimes it's about listening more intently, both to the world and to yourself. It's about understanding that your value isn't measured by the volume of your words, but by their sincerity and truth. In the art of being quiet, you learn to trust your inner wisdom, to act with intention, and to let your presence be felt even when you're not speaking. Let Mira's story remind you, it's okay to be quiet. It's okay to take a step back, to breathe, to reflect before responding. In a world obsessed with noise, those who cultivate silence often find the deepest strength. Your voice is not lost in the quiet. It is shaped, refined, and empowered by it. Embrace the silence, and you may just discover the power and beauty of your own unique voice.